which wants to destroy the West.
It's their duty to do jihad.
This clip was broadcast on Palestinian TV the day after London suffered 4 suicide terror attacks.
واهلك الكفار والمشركين أعداءك أعداء الدين اللهم احصهم عددا وقتلهم بددا ولا تغادر منهم أحدا.
The amount of hate propaganda is far more extensive and pervasive than the attention it has received in the Western media.
If you want to get people to fight, you have to make them think that there's a threat and then they're in danger.
آمریکا در کمین نشستند و تا نابودی کاملتان از شما دست بر نخواهند داشت. سریعاً قیام کنید که جهان ایمن از صیاد نیست.
This is an integral part of Islamist propaganda.
It recruits a lot of terrorists.
That's the purpose of the Islamists' propaganda, is to make the people angry, hateful against the West, to be willing to fight them.
وشعارنا الذي رفعناه ولا نخشى أن نكرره في كل عام الموت لأمريكا.
In a television interview, an Arab intellectual admits that there is a distinct connection between propaganda and terrorism.
أنا بقول إن فضائياتنا ينطبق عليه ما يسمى إعلام الإرهاب. نعم. تروج طروحات تعصبية، يعني قد لا يكون إرهاب مباشر بس تروج تعصب. والتعصب هي بداية العنف،
الغلو عندهم،
والعنف هو اللي يؤدي للإرهاب. يعني ما هو تعصب، تطرف، عنف، إرهاب.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Lord of mercy. Well, no, we don't have the time for no error. Lord of mercy. Them back up on the original straight terror alongside the social art group. Big things. Yeah, man, throw them in the fire. For them, they will say Tony Blair, him a dirty go car. They want Mr. Bush, him a dirty go car. The National Front, them a dirty go car. Throw them in the fire. Mr.
From Kandahar to Ramallah, we come and star. Peace to Hamas and the Hezbollah. OBL could be like a shining star, like the way we destroyed them through Tower. Ha ha.
On 9/11, with the destruction of the World Trade Center, there was a general response in the Muslim world of delight. With the Palestinians, perhaps the most extravagant.
Two weeks before 9/11, the Mufti of Palestine, Ikrim al-Sabri, who's the senior religious figure in the Palestinian Authority, on the radio openly prayed for God to destroy Israel, Britain, and the United States. When you hear the same message over and over and over again,
ستكون لأمريكا ولإسرائيل عن قريب.
It becomes part of the way you see the world.
وسوف يفرح المؤمنون بنصر الله.
ونقول إن الذين يدنسون المصحف الكريم كتاب الله فجر غادرون.
But hatred for the West is not limited to the Islamic world. Radical Islam has for years been spreading its ideology in the West. This jihad rally is taking place on the streets of London.
The infiltration of radical Islam is so deep, it's shocking. And everyone's in denial about it. The minute you say, oh, this is an extremist group, you know, all of a sudden it's, oh, you're not being politically correct.
You have Al-Muhajirun, who's an open-fledged terrorist entity, speaking out on the streets, calling for Muslims to jihad against Britain.
UK, you will pay! UK, you will pay! Bomb, bomb, USA! Bomb, bomb, USA! Bomb, bomb, UK! Bomb, bomb, UK! UK, you will pay! UK, you will pay!
We've been infiltrated by people who want the Quran to replace our constitution.
أنا رحت سنة 95 لقيت خطب بتقول إن هم منطلقين للبيت الأبيض خلاص من المساجد من بعض المساجد.
يعني إيه منطلقين للبيت الأبيض؟
يعني كان واحد بيقول في خطبته إن إحنا ذاهبون دلوقتي إلى البيت الأبيض علشان إن شاء الله ينتصر الإسلام ويتحول البيت الأبيض إلى البيت المسلم.
يعني هيروحوا يحتلوا البيت الأبيض يعني ولا؟
لا بسواد الإسلام وأفكاره سوف يتغير البيت الأبيض.
Hamas has the largest infrastructure of all terrorist organizations on American soil today.
They are not trying to be part of the American way of life. They are not trying to be part of our culture. They are here with an agenda to make Islam the law of the land.
Just to show where our loyalty belongs to. You see this flag here? It's going to go on the floor. And to us, our loyalty does not belong to this flag. Our loyalty belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Of course, not all Muslims are like that. But we've been infiltrated with this kind of agenda. And America has to wake up because we are strangling ourselves with our political correctness.
There is tremendous deception in terms of saying one thing publicly and another thing privately. Yasser Arafat obviously was the master of this dual agenda in terms of openly supporting pluralism or nonviolence or condemning terrorism.
I condemned completely these terrorist activities.
And then secretly or behind closed doors supporting it.
Sometimes you would find a Muslim who appears to be moderate.
We were the first, as you may remember, post-September the 11th, who said that the actions of flying planes full of innocent civilians into buildings is not legitimate.
But in his deeds, he's not as moderate as he is.
We are here to talk about the Magnificent 19. Those who 2 years ago today split the world into two camps, into the camp of Islam and the camp of non-Islam or kufr. Those who revived the obligation of jihad worldwide.
The Magnificent 19. They were praising the hijackers, celebrating the attacks on New York.
The deception is so high and so successful that I'm afraid we're losing the battle.